All right, bro. I thought I'd take you out here even though I'm freezing my nuts off because the sunrise is fucking beautiful today and I'm loving this 5 a.m. grind. But the world is gorgeous and no one fucking looks at it. So look at this beautiful sunrise. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you about the time whenever I almost died in rapids for the first time, because it's been more than once, because I am silly. But I am standing on the edge of this cliff and I am just a couple feet away from about a 30-foot drop into rapids, into this cold ass water. And my fight or flight is going fucking insane right now. I have so many thoughts going in my mind of like, oh my God, I'm actually about to fucking die. Holy shit, why? How did you get yourself in this situation? This is it. This is it. You're gonna die at 20 years old. And I'm on the cliff and all of my friends are down there and my girlfriend's down there and she's looking at me. And you know, I don't wanna be a bitch. I don't wanna be a bitch. But everything is telling me that, oh my God, you're actually gonna die right now. So I'm in this predicament. I'm backing away from this cliff. My heart's going so fucking fast. My breathing is freaking rapid, bro. And my friend is right there on the cliff with me. And he jumped this jump before and like, it's no big deal to him now because he's done it. And he's just looking at me like, bro, are you gonna do it? And I'm like, yeah, of course I'm gonna do it. Of course I'm gonna do it. It's not even that big. Of course I'm gonna do it. And he just looks at me some more really calmly and says, then do it. Bro, if you're gonna do it, then do it, because the cliff is not getting any shorter. The water is not getting any slower. The water's not getting any colder. If you're gonna do it, do it. And before he's finished his sentence, I am flying. I am off of the cliff. I'm no longer present. And again, so much shit is going through my mind. Like, holy fuck, I am in the air right now. I'm going to hit this water and this is it. I'm going to die. But the last thought that I get before I hit the water is, oh man, that was kind of profound. That probably can apply to other parts of life. And then I hit the water. And that thought is immediately gone because it is cold as fuck. I am going downstream because I hit the part of the rapids that my other friends didn't. They were able to swim back. But the part that I was in was especially rapid. And we were all swimming to get to this rock. Like, you just get up on the rock and you're safe after that. But I missed it. I missed it trying to swim to it. And so I'm going down the stream. I'm getting pushed underneath again and again, but eventually I find another rock and I don't die. But the reason I tell you this story is because 2 years later in my life, I had moved around a little bit. I graduated college at this point, had a few relationships, broke a few hearts, got my heart broken a few times. But I learned a lot of things, but I still felt like my life was not my own. It was mid. I'd been living for other people until this point. And this is my last day living in Atlanta, a city that I didn't really have any ties to, a city I didn't really want to move to, other than the fact that my girlfriend wanted me to move there because she had family nearby. And I had a marketing degree that I didn't really want. I didn't really want to be in marketing. But the only thing that was good in this period of my life was my sales job. I loved this job, and it was one of the best jobs I'd ever had in my life until this point. And it's my last day at my sales job, and I'm about to leave Atlanta, and my girlfriend had broken up with me because I made the decision to move back home and pursue content creation full time. And she didn't want to be with someone who lived at his parents' house, which is like, fair. No, I get that. But I made this huge life decision, and on my last day at this job, I'm asking the CEO of this company, right? I have a one-on-one with him, which is fucking insane. But this dude is 30. He's made millions of dollars by this point in his life. And I'm like, Danny, how do I do it, man? You've had so much success so early in life. And I'm about to make this big leap that I don't know is gonna pan out or not. How the fuck do I make this work? And he just looks at me and he says, Luke, if you're gonna do it, do it. I'm like, oh shit, I've heard that before. This came back full circle and it hit me that I was on the cliff and I heard that exact same thing. And Danny's still looking at me and he says, if you want to make this decision, if this is the move that you're gonna make, it doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter if it's hard. It doesn't matter what circumstances you have. If you're gonna do it, fucking do it. Because if you show up enough, if you just show up again and again, other people aren't willing to do that. If you are the kind of guy who wants this bad enough, it's going to happen. The social mirror is always warped. So if you're going to do it, do it. And that is when this lesson finally stuck with me. And I finally started changing the way that I live my life to not live for other people, right? Because until this point, I'd gotten a degree I didn't really need. I'd gone to school when I didn't really want to. I had been in relationships that I wasn't happy in for years at a time. And these girls were lovely. The girls that I dated were adorable and amazing and had done absolutely nothing wrong, but I didn't want to be in the relationship at that time. But for years, I had just stuck with it because I didn't want to upset people. I didn't show who I truly was. I didn't really think for myself. And that is the issue, bro. If you were living a life for other people right now, if you were being a fucking Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender, living for his dad, bro, all your life until this moment, bro, it's because you were allowing other people to think for you. And whenever you don't act boldly, you accept the scraps out of life. The people who are overcautious accept scraps out of life. They accept a relationship that's only mediocre because they don't work to make it better, or their partner's just not a fit for them. They accept the job that's okay because it's what they think they deserve. But it's not the job they really wanted. They accept friendships that aren't meaningful. They aren't deep. They accept the social life that they have just because they feel like that's what they've been given. And it is what you've been given, bro, because you've done nothing to change that. The overcautious accept the scraps out of life, and it isn't until you start thinking for yourself and taking bold action that changes. Because the more that you let other people think for you, the more that you are influenced by the news, by the opinions of the other people around you, by ridicule, right? If people are making fun of you, people made fun of you for the dream you had when you were a kid, and you said, oh, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to dream like that again. I'm not going to think big anymore because people make fun of me when that happens. And it's this basic human psychological instinct that we have to want to fit into a group. And it makes sense, right? It makes sense in caveman times that you have to fit into the group or else you're going to get eaten by a fucking elephant. I don't know what cavemen had. Woolly mammoths? You're going to get eaten by that saber-toothed tiger, bro. Elephants probably have a very carnivore-based diet, and that's a very true fact that you just brought up, Luke. But the point is, it makes sense. It's not fucking weird that you want to fit in with other people, but this instinct that you have is going to kill you. It's going to lead you to living a life that you hate. If it hasn't already. It probably has, bro. So you have to stop living for other people, and you have to start thinking for yourself. You have to ask yourself the deep questions of, what do you want out of life? Not only do you have to ask yourself this question, but you have to act on it, because there's this gap right now where you think about something, you get an idea of something that you kind of want to do. It sounds fucking rad. You want to become a full-time content creator. You want to be the video editor, whatever it is, but it's not quite the traditional path. But you have this idea, and then it takes time. You're waffling around, you're deciding, you're thinking about it, you're thinking about it, you're thinking about it, and eventually you finally make that leap. You finally make the decision. But there's all this time in between that you wasted. This gap right here could be years, bro. It was years for me. You know how long I've wanted to post on YouTube to start content creation, take it seriously? Years. And it's taken me so long. And I've wasted years of my life. The reason it seems like some people are way ahead of other people, exponentially more ahead of you in life, that are the exact same age, it's because of this gap. They've shortened it. And I tell you again and again to be the kind of guy who makes bold decisions quickly and act on them quickly, right? Don't change your decision. Change your decision slowly and act on them quickly. But the reason for this is because you shorten this gap whenever you do that. And yes, it can be wise to really think about a decision and really mull it over, but that's not the advice you need right now, bro, because it's taken you years to act on anything. You're living a life that you don't want to live. It makes sense for people who act without thinking, who make decisions on the whim, but that's not you. You were stuck in the same position you were in life because you don't make these decisions. You don't make the big decisions. You're waffling around and you are wasting years of your life. But the law of cause and effects states right? The law of cause and effect, I've mentioned it before, but I haven't really talked about it in that much detail. But basically, whenever you take an action, there is a consequence. No shit, Luke. That makes sense. But how this applies to you and me, right? People like us, is that the more that we act and do, the more that we learn and do, right? The faster that we make progress, the more exponential our progress curve looks. So, whenever you shorten this gap, you're basically getting more XP. The more that you act, the more that you start to take bold action despite feeling scared, the more XP that you get, the more that you learn, the more mistakes you make, of course, but you're gonna make those mistakes anyway. Either that or you're going to keep living the life that is shit, that you hate. But the point is, the more that you shorten this gap, the faster you learn, the more XP you get, the faster you become the person that you actually want to become, to live the life that you actually fucking want, bro, for once. Holy. I'm getting so heated because I'm talking to younger me right now. I'm literally talking to my younger self, and I hope that this is resonating with you because I want to save you that heartache, that time. But bro, what I'll leave you with is shit, what's that freaking quote, bro? We have 2 lives, and the second starts. Hold on, I fucking got this, bro. We have 2 lives, and the second one starts as soon as you realize that we only have one. Holy shit, that's Confucius, brother. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little just rant vlog. Let me know if you like this style of content. If not, we won't do it anymore, and that's chill. If so, bro, let me know. But act now, brother. Become unstoppable.